आखिर चूदमे दीदार मीरसम नमीदानम के आखिर चूदमे दीदार मीरसम नमीदानम के आखिर चूदमे दीदार मीरसम मगर नाज़म मरीज़ों के पेशे यार मीरसम मगर नाज़म मरीज़ों के पेशे यार मीरसम मगर.
I met him for the first time at the Darbar. He said, on August 4th, the meeting was at Bashir's house. After that, we came to the Darbar. So I met him. He said, now the question is, your meeting takes place. So I said, you're 6 hours late. The meeting is taking place. So today he has come for the first time. So he has something to say. For the time being, please listen with closed ears. This is a mic, not a speaker. You have to speak in a loud voice. Okay, in this because I have read Wasif Sahib, and I did not have the opportunity to listen to him. Now, what he was saying, to absorb that, it is like in reading, you take time to understand things. So, you understand by reading again and again. Now, his words, at one time, I did not understand that much, even though I have tried. So, I can ask a general question. But, right now, his specific clip, I will not have any question related to it. Until I listen to it again, then if my mind works on it, I will have a question. Other than that, you can talk. Other than that, I have a question. I often think that the difference between the outer and the inner, how can you erase it? The inner, in front of people, this is your outer, and your loneliness, this is the inner. Or your inner, in front of people, can also come as the outer. If you can understand my question, please elaborate it. This question, the more it is, the more you have to answer it. To understand it, to answer it, is difficult. Your questions are more difficult. So, it is a little difficult. But I try. The first thing is, the inner is not only in loneliness. The inner is always with a person. This is one thing. The second thing, you have asked, how can you erase it? The difference. The difference is, to erase the difference between the outer and the inner, there is no easier way than to look at a dervish. There is no easier way than that. There are many ways, but I think you have come here after making an effort, so I will tell you the easiest way. The easiest way, I have told you, is to look at a dervish, and the eyes are filled with the love of a dervish. Even in his physical form, his love is very powerful. And even after his physical form, his love is even more powerful. Before you came here, coincidentally, I was talking about the shrines. The dervish's shrine, here we do not call a shrine, they call a shrine. Even there is that state of erasing the difference between the outer and the inner. And in your question, there are many questions. I have answered only 2. What else is left? It takes time for you to erase this difference in the company of people, and for people to find their own master. Again, you have asked 2 questions. One is your question to find a master. The other is your question to erase the difference between the outer and the inner. To erase the difference between the outer and the inner. So, the difference between the outer and the inner, if it is erased suddenly, it can be erased suddenly. If it is erased suddenly, we are talking about the intellect of a human being. All of you, mashallah, are intellectuals. You are the intellects of this society. And the person whom Wasif has addressed, he is the intellect of this society. So, if this difference is erased suddenly, it can affect the intellect of a human being. The intellect of a human being can be affected by it. So, usually, slowly, this benefit is given, and this difference is erased slowly. Just like a child is admitted in the first year, there are more lessons for him. Then he grows up, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Then he does his matriculation. Then he goes to college. Then he goes to the university. If a primary school student is admitted to a university, it is enough for him. You don't know what will happen next. So, this difference between erasing the physical and the intellect is also gradual, slowly. The plant grows slowly. So this spiritual benefit also grows slowly. This is how it grows. Your second question was about the search for a teacher. The search for a teacher is to tell you a story. There are two reasons for telling a story. One reason is to answer your question. And the second reason is no one has asked you a question yet, but now the next question can be answered by someone. That is the truth of Pakistan. So you have to listen to the story so that you can understand both. So there was a man. He was a hunter. He was a hunter. He was a hunter. There was nothing else in his life. And there was a man. He was a hunter. And in hunting, he was a hunter of lions. And even before, he was an expert hunter of lions. He goes into the jungle, but he does not know that the guns there are very good. And he does not know that the lion is injured and the lion is hungry. He has his own weapons. In his experience, he is very proud of it. But he does not know one thing, that the lion's sense of hearing is very fast compared to a hunter. Now, this is the last sentence of this story. After this, the story will end. So, you have to listen to this sentence carefully. So, the hunter has this hobby, but the lion does not know that this is the hobby of life.